Leinster 59, the Lions 10. A massive win for Leinster, a very heartbreaking performance from the Lions. The final game of the URC Quarter Finals, and a really good kind of way to round out the URC Quarter Finals, especially for Leinster. Now in this video I'm going to be giving my review, kind of going over some of the stats, some of the good individual performances as well, just giving a bit of an overview of what I thought of the whole game. And if you guys do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. We also have the entire review of the weekend coming out today, and the team of the week coming out tomorrow, so it's going to be very exciting, and our preview and predictions for next week's games for the semi-finals, which are going to be absolutely epic. Now, Leinster with an emphatic win, 59 points to 10, a really good performance from Leinster, and some guys which have been hated on from the Irish public for a long time now, playing some very good rugby. So it was good to see a guy like Sam Prendergast actually getting a good performance. We've seen that he can do it before, and for him to do it in a URC quarter-final game, yes, it was against the Lions, yes, they had a few injuries. They still deserve to be in the quarterfinals. They've still taken some very big scalps throughout the year. They've beaten big teams. They know how to do it. So Leinster, in my opinion, actually put in a much better performance than a lot of people think they did. So they might have thought, oh, okay, it's a good score, but it's the Lions. No, this is a good Lions team, and I think Leinster really played the game well yesterday. They played the game the right way, and there were some very good standout performances as well from Leinster. There were some guys playing pretty well from the Lions. I mean, Henku van Wyk, I have to give him a shout out. He was the one guy for the Lions that really gave us all throughout the entire game, and I think that's the one thing that he will do throughout the entire season. And I really hope to see a lot more from Henku van Wyk in the future for the Springboks as well. Now, the Lions also do have a phenomenal youngster coming through. His name is Ethan Adams. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He plays inside centre now. He played outside centre at high school, but he's moved to inside centre now, which I think really suits him. He reminds me a lot of Maya Nanu. He's a really good player, and I think he probably will be building a centre combination with Henku van Wyk in seasons to come. A very good player, and I'm very excited for the future of the Lions rugby, because most of the guys there, they are experienced, but they're still younger guys compared to the experienced guys from the other teams. So guys like Frankie Horn have had a massive season this year. Batush Lekani moving from the Sharks to the Lions was good for him. Siba Mahashe as well. Ruan Venter. There's some phenomenal players. Morne van der Berg, Hashim Pede, Henku van Wyk. Richard Creel had a good season as well. Q and Horn. So a lot to be positive about for the Lions, but all in all, this game, if you're looking at it as if it's one game, a big negative for the Lions, but overall, looking at the season, a very good positive. But I probably will do a review based on these seasons as well. But let's just get right into it. Some of the big individual performances from this game, starting with some of the Leinster players. 19 points scored from Sam Prendergast. James Lowe with 13 carries. He was all over the field. He had a phenomenal game, and if he does leave Leinster at the end of the season, he will be leaving Leinster as an absolute legend. I do believe that. I remember watching this guy playing for the Chiefs, scoring some incredible tries at Newlands Stadium against the Stormers. This guy's a legend right now. He's an Irish rugby legend as well. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I can almost guarantee you, if he plays for your team, you will absolutely love him. I just feel like he's that type of guy, almost like, who can I think of for the Springboks? Almost like a Faf de Klerk. You don't like him if he plays against you, but you love him when he plays for your team. He's a similar guy like that, which I really do like about him. Darian Lane-Landsberg with 17 completed tackles. He was all over the field as well. Luke McGrath with 70 successful passes. Joe McCarthy with 5 defenders beaten. And I've always thought Joe McCarthy was really good with ball in hand. So it's good to see him get the ball in hand a little bit more. Show off his athletic ability, because he's a very athletic big guy as well. And I would not be trying to chase him down if he made a line break. He is extremely fast as well. Turnovers 1, Jimmy O'Brien, and line breaks, Hugo Keenan. Now looking at some of the team stats from the game, 13 22-meter entries for Leinster with 4.5 average points scored per entry. A bit unacceptable for the Lions to give up that many easy points in their 22. Normally when a team gets into your 22, it becomes a bit easier to defend, and 4.5 average points per entry with 13 times entered, you're going to score a lot of points. Lions only 4 entries into the Leinster 22, and they averaged 2.5 points per entry. Looking throughout the season as well, looking at some of the international games, if you do average 2.5 points per entry, you're normally doing quite well on the scoreboard, but with only 4 entries, it's just not going to happen. The math isn't going to add up. So Lions needed more entries, and they needed to capitalize a bit more, and they needed to stop Leinster from just being so ruthless when they entered the 22 as well. Now looking at this attack profile, I'll show what it looks like here. You can kind of see where differences are. The red is the Lions, the blue is Leinster, and you can see Leinster really, in a lot of the attacking aspect, completely dominated the Lions, except for one over there, which is kicks. So I mean, post-contact meters, Leinster absolutely dominated with 325 post-contact meters as opposed to Lions 158. 22 meter entries, as we know, 13-4, 22 meter conversions, 4-2. Line breaks, 9 line breaks for Leinster, 2 for the Lions. So you can just tell that these things are really, honestly, where Leinster just absolutely got the better of the Lions. And I don't normally just look at the stats, but it's a good kind of way to see how the picture unfolded throughout the game, where the things were happening. Leinster with 2 dominant tackles as well. Lions forced to make 156 tackles and Leinster only making 95. And Lions missing 23 tackles as well. And I keep saying that those missed tackles, those dominant tackles, those missed tackles and those half breaks is what Leinster really thrive on. When they can get their arms loose, get the ball free, keep the ball alive, that's where they really thrive. That's their bread and butter, where they can just keep the ball alive. That's where they get the fast ball. That's where the quick ruck ball happens. That's where the scrum halves like Jameson, Gibson Park can play the ball quickly off the base, see what's happening, do some playmaking of his own, give the ball to Sam Prendergast, who just seemed to kind of see the game in a really good way yesterday. He was seeing the game in slow motion yesterday. He was very good with ball in hand, and I will say Sam Prendergast for me yesterday. Obviously, maybe if someone runs at him, he's going to miss the tackle, but he really played well for me yesterday on attack. He was very good to watch, and I think he led the team quite well as well. I knew when they brought Harry Byrne on and didn't take Sam Prendergast off, that the coaches also knew that he was having a good game, which is good. I mean, a player that's young like that, you have to feed their confidence a bit. He's been really having a tough time, I can imagine. A guy his age, I think he's 22 years old or 23 years old, getting so much slack from the media, so much slack from people online. I can just imagine how he must be feeling. So for him to have a good game, I'm happy for him. And I'm not even a Sam Prendergast or an Ireland fan, so that's really good to see. But I will say some of the key storylines from this game has to be the way the Lions started. You can almost tell from the get-go with some of these games how the game's going to go. A perfect example of this, Leinster getting some easy tries early on. I wouldn't say it was Lions not being able to tackle properly. It was just something wasn't right when they entered the field. They just weren't up for it 100% from the get-go. Leinster getting that quick tries, and you knew from there it's going to be a long day in the office. And it did end up being a long day in the office. I think if the Lions held out for the first 20 or 15 minutes, maybe then let up a try or a penalty, it would have been a completely different game. But the way these games start, especially for the away team, can really put pressure on them. It can really kind of persuade how the whole game's going to, can change the whole layout of the game, the whole storyline of the game. So starting off strong, starting off with a brick wall on defense really can help your team going forward. And it doesn't help you missing guys like Ruan Venter, Morne van der Berg as well. It doesn't help you missing these key players. Asenatien Labakanya as well. Of course, he's not going to be there because of the whole story that happened. But missing guys like that makes a big influence right now, especially if those guys are the main guys in the team. Ruan Venter would have made a massive impact in this game. Asenatien Labakanya would have made a massive impact in this game. Morne van der Berg as well. I thought Nico Steyn was good, but I think Morne van der Berg has been really good this year. So it could have been a closer game, but you can't really rely on if, buts, and maybes in this game. Leinster were phenomenal. They chose a strong team, not their strongest team, but they chose a strong team. They played some really good running rugby. And the one thing with Leinster is, if your attack is not 100% confident, 100% sure of their decision making, Leinster is going to punish you, because they have guys running lines from all over. Sometimes it seems like there's 17 players on the field the way Leinster runs lines, which I really enjoy watching as a neutral. It's going to be impossible to stop that if you're not 100% sure of your defense on the day. And the Lions, as I said, they just seemed out of it a bit. They seemed out of it with some of their decision making. They seemed out of it a bit with their defensive decision making as well, their confidence on defense, the way they tackled. It just wasn't the best day in the office for the Lions, but the big positive is they made the quarterfinals for the first time, and they can only grow from this. They're a young team. I'd probably say the Lions are like the Connacht for South Africa right now. Not the most international players, probably less than Connacht as well, but they've got some really good youngsters, they've got some really good guys, and they gel very well as a team. So I do think Connacht and Lions, and I'll probably have to throw the Dragons in there as well. If the Dragons stay in the competition, they have a very bright future in the competition with the squads they have right now. So that's a big positive from them. But Leinster with a massive win, very good performance from them. On to the semi-finals, Leinster versus the Stormers, and then we also have the Glasgow Warriors versus the Bulls. This is going to be absolutely awesome, but I will be giving my preview right after this, so stay tuned for that video coming out throughout the week, early this week as well. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and I think these games are going to be really close. I can't wait, and if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I appreciate all the support, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Cheers.